Welcome to the L5 Star FC YouTube team. Today we're going to be talking about Liverpool versus Manchester City. It's a preview for tomorrow's big game. I feel like this game is a must win if we want our title chances to, I don't even know, be 75%. Because right now I feel like there's no chance that we're going to win the title. If we want a chance, we're going to have to win this game tomorrow, I feel like. Our last game against Brighton, we were poor. I mean, we possessed the ball. That's it. But we need to figure something out. Klopp's gonna have a good plan. I think we will come out with guns blazing against City. It's a big game, and we're big game players. I feel like we will come out against Manchester City, and I feel like we will get a good 2-1 result in our favor. I feel like, but it's a complete must win. We must win this if we want to have a chance for the title this year.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's because last game, Brian, possession, but we just didn't have that killer instinct. We didn't have that killer pass. We'd cross it in, no one would be there. So, like, for the City game, we need to create ourselves. We have to press the opposition because against Brighton, we were lazy. We let them press us. We let them play at the back, although they weren't pretty good at it. We were lazy. Even the way we lost the ball. Bobby lost the ball about 9 times that game. Gini had no ball retention, passing sideways. Everyone needs to do better. I want this lineup. I want Alisson to start. I want Trent to start. And I want Kabak. I know people are going to say you want to throw Kabak in against City, a big team. But we have no centre-backs. And we're missing Henderson. Henderson's our main midfielder. He drives that team forward, uses his passion and uses his leadership qualities. Like, if you take him out and put him in defence, then that's gone from the midfield. We can see it. Like, Milner's not pretty good at it. Like, if you put Kabak there, put him alongside Fabinho, then Robertson, then my midfield three would be Thiago, Curtis, and Henderson. I say Curtis is because every time he's come on, he can perform against these big teams. We've seen it against Tottenham. We've seen it when he come on against West Ham, created up for Salah, and he scored the first goal.
I feel like
I want Curtis.
I want Curtis isn't getting the chance he deserves to be playing.
The thing is,
go ahead.
With Ox, he tries to make things happen, but he can't do it, and he's very injury prone. So, like,
and what about Gini? You said Thiago, Henderson, and Curtis. What about Gini? He's got to be in there for me. My lineup, I would put Robertson, Kabak, Fabinho, hopefully, Alisson, Trent, and then my midfield three would be Thiago, Gini, Wijnaldum, and Henderson, hopefully. And then I don't know if Mane's still injured or not, but if he's
Mane's
not,
fit.
Shaqiri again with Bobby and Salah.
Personally, I would not play Thiago. Since he's come in, we've dropped points.
I'd say he's played well, but I think ever since he's come back from injury, he's played every single game, and he needs a rest. He's been okay, and he's shown that he can pass it well. Sometimes that ball over the top through to Firmino, where he just couldn't control it. And if he did control it, he had a decent chance. And I just think he needs a rest. And with Curtis Jones, he's good coming off the bench, but when he starts, he just takes too many touches. He doesn't get his head up enough. He takes too many touches. And
Thiago had 90% passing first in game, 102 touches. He completed 81 out of 90 passes. He won 3 aerial duos. He won 7 out of the 8 tackles he went into, 1 clearance, and 1 interception. I thought he was our best midfielder last game too. He was the only one trying to progress up the pitch at some times. But
Thiago's not the problem in this team. It's the players Thiago's around. It's not our fault due to injuries. It's because when he saw his first game against Everton, he had Fabinho. Because Thiago's not a 6. It's only for the past 2 games he's playing as an 8 now. When he had Fabinho, as a 6. He could drive forward. As you see, he's created chances. In the 90th minute when our winner got disallowed, who created a chance? Thiago created a chance. So he can provide the creativity. It's just the people around him. For the Brighton game, he had Milner. I don't know what Milner was doing. Wijnaldum was awful against Brighton. It's like, you can't really say that Thiago... I know he needs a rest. He's going to need a rest at some point in the season. But I'd rather play him against C now, because C is a must-win. If we lose C, our title challenge is basically done. practically
I'm
done.
sorry.
Because
I'm sorry, but I think our title race it's over. I think
no, it's
even
not
if we
over.
beat it is even if we beat City, they've got a game in and they win that game in and they're 7 points clear. And I can't see City dropping that many points, and I can't see us winning. We'll have to win most of
I
the
don't see
games
us
for the
winning.
rest of the
But I'm
season.
And
saying
we could win. We could win the rest of the games. We know that. We know this Liverpool team has the quality to win the rest of the games. Go on a
I
16
think
game winning streak. We
without
know we
Van
can do
Dijk,
that.
without Gomez, I can't see it. I think get top 4 and our Champions League run should be our
I think
priority.
if we get a bit more consistent, we can. Our title hits are not over yet, but I feel like that when we start to get good, Man City will be 10 points ahead, and we have no chance unless Man City drop points. And to be honest, Man City don't like they're dropping any points anytime soon.
I think Man City will walk the league. Like, I think they'll probably get a draw with us, and then I think they'll walk the league after that. I don't think we've got a chance.
This month is where they have all their hardest games left, and then the rest of the season is a walk in the park for them.
I feel like
if they get all their points this season, if they get all their points this month, then I think they've won the league. They're basically gone on one to the league. But what I'm trying to say, I know most likely we're not going to win the title. I'm just saying, C is a must-win game. It's because we're still in there. Like, what is it? It was an 8-point gap from 18-19 where we're in title race. People said we wouldn't drop points. We went on to drop points. We went on to get draws. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but just don't write it off. It's because we have the players, we have the quality. Now that Kabak's here as well, he can fill in. Hendo can go midfield. It's going to be hard for us. If we can pick up the consistency, have a good run, beat C, go Leicester, then I think we could be in it. But of course, we have to hope C drop points. In terms of United, I don't see United as a.
I don't see him as a threat either. United
United.
top
Slip
tier.
up
I
there.
agree.
Close second.
Yeah, I
But
agree
the
as well.
players to watch
United
out for, in my opinion, for City, I mean, their defense, Stones and Ruben Diaz have been rock solid. And with how we've been lately, besides West Ham and Tottenham, we haven't been able to score goals. So, but they also have Laporte playing center back last game. They had or left back. Sorry, they had Laporte play left back last game, which is another thing that's going to be harder because Laporte is a better defender than he is an attacker. So they're going to be sitting a little farther back with Laporte. But also, is Kevin De Bruyne still injured? He's still injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne and Aguero's off for this game.
All right, so that's a plus for us. But Gundogan has been in amazing.
Yeah,
So
do you know the pool? If you remember 17-18, Liverpool played left back at home in the first leg of Anfield. I think Pep's gonna play Liverpool left back on Sunday because I think he was trying to get him out there on their last game to see if he can play there. And the first leg of 17-18, Salah was pretty quiet. He had the one chance, he put it away, but Liverpool kept him pretty quiet. So I think he's gonna try eliminate Salah by playing Liverpool left back. But I just hope we come away with the win. That's just so.
I was watching the analysis. Oh, sorry. I was watching the analysis on Sky Sports today, and they're actually analysing City, and they've been playing a back 3 instead of a back 4 in game, and that's what's been helping them going forward. And what I was going to say about Gundogan, he's the third top scorer in the Premier League, from midfield, which is really good. And it was only one penalty as well, so he's definitely one to watch from midfield.
And also, the thing about Salah is this season he's not really been consistent. Like he scored and then he scored 2 goals, and then against Brighton he was poor again. Against Tottenham as well, he played well. The whole team played well against Spurs and West Ham, and then Brighton comes. I think we're just too predictable against the small teams. I think we just I thought on Sunday. I think we played them, or Wednesday. Wednesday was right.
Yeah, Tuesday,
Wednesday, whatever date. Yeah. We were just too predictable. They just knew what we were trying to do.
But it's easy to say that. But you think, right? We had Alisson out, Matip out, Gomez out, Van Dijk out, Mane out, Jota out, Keita out, Fabinho out, and we've got the lack of energy in midfield because Henderson isn't there. So
yeah,
you could say we lack predictability, but when you've got 7 first-team players out, it's very hard. And if City had 7 first-team players out, that they they definitely wouldn't be top of the league.
Yeah, it's a good
Jordan
achievement for
Henderson
us
against
for being in
Brighton.
title race.
He played very well, but they got by him too easily. I mean, he's not a center back. I feel like he could play well there, but he's not a center back. He had 125 touches, the most in the game last time, and he created one chance as a center back. He needs to be in the midfield for me. Kabak needs to start against City, in my opinion. If he does that, but
I think everyone's talking about Kabak, but he's had a really poor season for Schalke, and Schalke have got 9 points in something like 16 games. He could become good, but I don't think he's gonna. I hope I'm wrong here, but I don't think he's gonna come in straight away and be absolutely amazing. I think it'll take him a few games to get used to the Premier
Yeah,
League.
you can't expect a new signing like that because they're gonna have to adapt to the style, but they can't. But in this circumstance, like we really want Henderson in midfield in a must-win game. You want him there. And what is it? Ben Davies and Ozan Kabak. I'm going Ozan Kabak because Ben Davies, he's a good defender. If you've seen analysis, his long balls are perfect for us. It's like basically reminiscent of Van Dijk, but not defending wise and pace wise. The one thing I would say with Ben Davies, he hasn't played in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. You could say that Bundesliga is a little bit easy, but Kabak's performed. Although he has been in the relegation side, but Kabak has performed.
Kabak has 686 passes, the most in the Bundesliga. 55 clearances, the most in the Bundesliga. 11 shots blocked, the second in the Bundesliga. He's won 57 out of 74 aerial duels, the most in the Bundesliga. And he's won 17 out of 24 tackles, the sixth in the Bundesliga. The stats speak for themselves, but I feel like Kabak will be.
The stats are like that because Schalke are always on the back foot and he's got to defend all of them. And yet he is their best defender. But that doesn't mean that he's had a good season. The bottom of the league, they're going to get relegated. So I think he'll definitely need time to settle in. I think Ben Davies will settle in easier because he's been in England. And I think he's been with the squad longer. Like he's on the bench, and Kabak's only just got his international.
So you'd rather start Ben Davies over Kabak in the game against City?
Yeah, in this game, yeah, because I think
Ben Davies is also left-footed, which we don't have a left-footed defender, center back at least.
Yeah, because Fabinho will be back for the game, and Fabinho will play left center back. The reason I say Kabak is because he has that little bit of aggression as well. Okay, have the aerial playing Jesus as well, and look, ever since Van Dijk and Gomez have gone, we've lacked aerially in the defense. Kabak's the guy. He's I forgot the data, but Kabak's one of the best in the Bundesliga, aerial duel-wise. He's absolutely great. It's like they brought 2 defenders in, and they're playing to their strengths. Ben Davies is a good passer of the ball, not that good in the air. Kabak's not the best passer, but absolutely amazing in the air. That's why I would start Kabak against C, so he can deal with aerial duels of Jesus, and he's also very aggressive, so he can also deal with the strength of Jesus.
He's also good at passing as well. I don't know why you're saying that. He has the most passes in the Bundesliga.
I think we should start Kabak as well because Fabinho, he's a good passer, so Kabak can deal with the aerial duels, as you're saying, and Fabinho can just pass it to Henderson if he plays in midfield where I want him to play, because he just has leadership, and when he plays in midfield, we're a different team.
Exactly. The only games we've lost with Henderson starting in midfield was 2, both against Manchester City, and one of them was right after when we lost. We lost 4-0, but that we were all drunk that game. It was right after we won the title. That doesn't count. But the game before that, when we played him at Anfield, we smashed them 3-1. So
the City attack is not. They're not tall, and that's why we don't need Kabak. We need Davies because City are nice passing along the floor, not like Burnley. They won't just hoof it up. But I think Ben Davies is best suited for the City game because they don't play long balls, and you won't be in many aerial duels.
But if we need like we're gonna get corners, and this season I don't think we've scored a goal from a corner since Van Dijk and Joe Gomez have been out, apart from Matip. We don't even have Matip, so we're not gonna have any aerial threat, and the short corner isn't working this season. We've tried it so many times in the 90th minute, and we've just lost the game because they've not whipped it in or given themselves a chance.
I think with short corners, they play it short and then whip it in, and that doesn't make sense. But if they play the short corner and worked it into the box, and then you get any touch, it's a penalty. And Salah's not going to miss from the penalty spot, is he?
Yeah, no, and I think that they're trying to whip it in to try and confuse the defense. But we've done it game after game, so oppositions have seen that and they've realised that what we're going to do is the same thing over and over again. But if we try and work into the box, and when those corners do come, the players are frustrated that they haven't got a goal. They're losing. They're starting to panic. So they just instead of trying to pass it, you'll see them shooting from ridiculous angles or just giving it away for a throw-in.
May I say that? Not gonna lie, I agree with Charlie. It's because the thing we see, their fullbacks have developed since last season. Cancelo, he has the most touches, I think, in the league, or maybe from the right back position. Cancelo is probably one of the highest players in the pitch. And with the Ben Davies, his passing is very good. So if you just slot those balls into behind, give it to Mane, Mane can get a penalty. Like we got a penalty at the Etihad.
Will
this
Mane
season
be fit for the game?
from a long ball as well. I won't come back to start, but I get where Charlie's coming from. Those passes in behind could damage City very badly. They've conceded a lot of goals from balls over the top, from the wings. But I would start Kabak. Kabak would be my first choice to start with Fabinho.
Right. So
I
what's your prediction for the game then, Salah?
I'm gonna go for. I think it'll be a high-scoring game because both defense, like the C's fullbacks, are going to be open. Our defense is not the best.
But they have the best defensive record in the league so far.
The fullbacks will be open, but City, they have Ruben Diaz, and under Pep, he's turned into Virgil van Dijk.
He's not that good. Come on, he's not that good. He's good, but he's not.
No. They've not even conceded that many goals this season. It's just what Klopp had with Virgil. Ruben's given that to Pep, so he has that leader at the back. And this season, that's what we're missing. We don't have a leader at the back.
Yeah, but they've got
Henderson is the captain, but we need him in the midfield because that's where he's the best.
Alex, responding to your question, I'm going 3-2 Liverpool. I'm going to go. Salah's going to score brace. I'm going to go. Thiago's going to get his first goal at Anfield.
Oh, you believe so? How about you, Wakar?
I think that it's going to be 2-1 to Liverpool.
Me as well.
I think it's going to be Firmino and I think Gini Wijnaldum will score. And I think for City, City will score first. Phil Foden will score if he starts, which he probably will because Kevin De Bruyne is not there. And then I think we'll see a Liverpool comeback.
You, Charlie?
I think it's 1-1. I just don't think.
Fair enough.
I just don't feel confident because the form are on. I think Salah will score, get his tally up because that's what he does. He scores, and Jesus has got 2 goals in his last 2 games. And I think he'll.
But Charlie, we always find.
I believe if Mane's fit,
teams.
if Mane's fit, I believe we'll win 3-1. But I don't think he's going to be fit, so I think we're going to win 2-1. And I believe Shaqiri will get 1. I really think he'll get 1 this game if he starts, and Bobby Firmino will get the second.
Klopp said in his interview that Mane and Fabinho were in part of team training, and then when he was asked about will they start, he said, "We will see." So that's like a maybe. They might start. They might.
I don't mind if Alisson doesn't play because Kevin Kelleher, he's done all right.
But yeah,
Alisson, the best keeper in the league. We need him. He's great. He's great with his feet as well. It's just. We need Alisson. If we had our whole team, we would walk the league this year. That's all I'm gonna say. If we had our
full team,
we
won't miss Alisson as much, but Alisson's Alisson. Like he's just Alisson in it. The way he like breaks every press as well. But I just wish we had Van Dijk, man.
Yeah, and also when the defense has been poor, he's come to our rescue. He's made saves. There's a few chances against Burnley, I think it was, where the defense was poor, and then Ashley Barnes or someone had shots and he just kept saving them.
What do you think on Van Dijk? If he makes a return April, would you let him to play? Personally, I wouldn't rush him. It's because like from Zaniolo from Roma, he had a grade 3 ACL tear, just like Van Dijk. He was rushed back and he got another one. I want Van Dijk to play again this season, but I don't want to risk his. Because if he risks
Van Dijk's a beast. I feel like he tore his ACL and he walked off the pitch. He's just a beast. I feel like he'll be back before the end of the season. But
I
think we should if Van Dijk is fit enough, I think we should just bring him on in games where we need to protect the goal, because if we rush him back, like play him like 80 minutes, just like Salah said, he could get injured again with the same problem. And we don't want that happening, because we've seen it this season. We have just not been good enough.
I think towards the end of the season, when Van Dijk is hopefully back, I think it will be out of the title race, but in top four. So I think in the Premier League games, you can ease him back in. But then in the Champions League games, hopefully we're still in that competition by like